mic it in so I can begin.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing?
Hey.
Hello.
How's it going?
No reaction from Marvin that time.
No, I didn't get to see Marvin's facial expression when it happened. I love that.
I usually hide it.
Do you regret sending me that message now?
A little bit.
What?
A little bit, yeah.
Your audio is not great, Marvin. I could barely hear you sometimes. Is your mic too far or something?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'll play with it.
A little echoey. How you all doing? We, as usual, have had technical difficulties because of my extreme what's the word? Great experience with all things passwords and laptops, and never have any problems with them ever, right, Aaron?
Never.
I'm so glad I got to know you because you fix all my stupid, idiotic, dumb problems that I get myself into with my technology. There's John. Hold on, let me get him on there. Gotta figure out which mouse I'm using. There he is. Are you there? No, he's not there. Anyway,
there he is.
There he is. Opening his pants up. What are you doing, John? What the hell are you doing?
It was just right.
Not that shirt on. That's
what the hell is he doing?
We're live, mate.
What, John? Oh my God.
Oh, Wonderfest better watch it.
It's gonna be a joy. The problem is, Aaron, now you are too. So the problem is I'm rooming with John, and I'm a little concerned. I might have to buy a chastity belt for when I'm sleeping.
No,
because yeah, you think?
Well,
I'll have to talk to Basil.
You look good in that hat.
I'll have to talk to Basil and see how that goes. So
yeah, no, he's still safe.
Does John like bourbon?
No, but I'll try anything once.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Good hotel experience then.
Yeah.
So before we get started on the show, we have a little bit of an announcement. We're live.
Yeah, we're live,
yes.
mate.
Shit.
Yeah.
Our vendor said it.
Jesus, John.
I was going to have everything out.
Oh my God, we would have had to edit that then, John. Aaron.
Probably would have had to stop it. Yeah.
Yeah, stop it. We would have got kicked off immediately.
Oh, wow. I saw a Rogue One video. No, RS video once with some stuff going on in the background.
Oh, really? I missed that
Do
one.
you remember that?
No, I missed that one.
Okay, yeah.
Well, anyway, John, we're got an announcement, and just so everybody, that's why I don't have my camera on, but now I have my camera on. So we got some shirts, right, Aaron?
Yep. There we go.
Yep.
Awesome.
We got them
Textured and all that, like vintage shirt.
Yeah.
John, now you can show me the pants. Go for it.
Now you can show your underwear, John. But Aaron did a lot of work to get this happening. I just stood there with the whip and said, do this, do that, and get it done quicker, as my wife says. But what he did was he added a whole bunch of cool items on that we talked about and put the logos on everything. And we got hats. We got mugs. Where's your mug, Aaron?
Yoink.
Yoink.
Nice.
Cool.
And hats, shirts, undies, notebooks, anything you could possibly want. Phone covers.
Sticker, or this is a fridge magnet.
Fridge magnets.
Awesome.
And then
If you want.
Notebook. So they have notes and whatnot.
Look at that.
Little black book.
Yep.
I got an orange shirt that I really like, but it doesn't do so well on cameras because you can see things through it. But I love this color that we picked out, and it has like the already faded decal.
Cool.
And they're freaking soft. They're soft. We got them in to make sure that they were nice and soft and the right sizes. And in all honesty, it's just really cool. Like when they came in, I was looking at them and I'm like, it's so cool just to see this logo on some cool stuff. So we're gonna put that up after the show
I
Aaron,
really like that red one.
It's live right now. If you want to go to nerfherders.printful.me, Chris will post a link after the show's over on the group. But
yeah, I'll do that later because if I try to do that now, I'm gonna muck everything up. So yeah, if you want to buy something, go right ahead.
Nice work, Aaron. That's looking good.
Yeah, he did a lot of work with that, and especially now when he's extremely busy with work, I really appreciate him taking the time that he did to do that. That means a lot. But my wife told me the other day that I've been pushing him to do it when I really don't think I have. Have I?
No, no, you haven't. No, I'm usually the one saying, "Hey, Chris, I'll get that tonight. I'll do that."
I'll do that. Yeah. And I'm like, don't worry about it. You're busy. Just go ahead and just do it whenever you can. My wife takes that as you're pushing him to do it and he's busy. And I'm like, all right, whatever.
Nope.
So yeah.
And before we move on, the test prints we ordered, I believe, arrived within the week. So total processing time and shipping. So you'll get it within a week when you order. So for those of you going to Wonderfest, you have plenty of time.
Plenty.
Awesome.
And again, so I hope to see a lot of guys wearing. That's main reason. I mean, we talked about it for a long time, but it was just like, let's do it. But if the people are coming to Wonderfest, it'd be cool to see, have a shirt on. That'd be great. And you can order overseas. It's just really cool. So
But then
I like the way the print is big on the t-shirt.
Yeah, it's nice and big. And we actually added, you have an option to get the cat's paw on the back.
Well, Chris, do you want to go to the site right now? You can.
Yeah. Why don't you share your screen and we can go through and just look at some of the stuff.
Oh, my screen?
Yeah, okay. Go ahead. Share it and I'll put it up because I can't right now.
Do.
Chris, this is a funny 1 p.m.
What time is it there?
2 p.m.
Well, that's what we were trying to figure out the other day. Like what time, right?
Dude, I'm going to arrive in Kentucky on Tuesday, I'm sure.
Let's take this off.
Can you see my screen?
I can't because I'm sharing mine. And if I take that away, I don't know how I'm going to do that. All right. So let's put it on mine.
All right.
What is it? Printful dot what?
Nerfherders.printful.me.
Oh, Herders. Did we do herders?
Yep.
Dot printful. Dot me. Oh, it actually worked. How about that? That don't actually usually happen to me. Let's put it up at the stage. And
no, that went to
it went to a regular thing. Well, how do we get on there?
Go to stores on the left. But can't you just type it in?
I did. I typed it in. This is what it gave me. Stores.
Okay, view
store.
Honestly, I don't know how to get to it from here.
Let's just look. Whoa, this is like professional.
You can't just click on the link I put in the chat. It doesn't take you right to it.
Send me another one.
Well, I did in the StreamYard chat.
Oh, you did? No, just send it to Facebook Messenger for me.
All right.
And I will remove my screen. All right. There it is.
Tap, tap, tap.
Who's tapping?
All right, that's me. Got work.
There we go. Phone cases, t-shirts, undies for John,
Yes.
women's shirts, book, bag, if you hats, magnets, sweatshirts, mugs.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Something
I'm
for
gonna order.
everybody.
I listen. I was going to order these, but I bought these before, and they're really up there, kind of if you want to do it as a joke. But like, they're not really comfortable. So I've worn them one time, and that was it. So
I'm
So
not
if
going to
you click
fly.
on those first two shirts, Chris, you can show the cat's paw.
oh, really? Okay. Let's see here.
So on the left, the second image.
Second
Nope,
one.
second. Nope. Yeah, there you go.
And we'll make it bigger.
That's funny.
Nope, that's not what I want. So yeah,
That's quite a cool logo.
It is, isn't it?
well, we also got it for shirts that if people don't want to have a middle finger on the back of their shirt, that was Aaron's idea. I was just going to do it like this, but if you don't want to have a shirt with it on there, then there's that option too.
I'm wearing mine.
Yeah, hold on. You can just tape that to yours, John.
Yeah, it's going to tape it up.
Make a necklace out of it.
I gotta add that in my sail barge soon. So yeah, that's the deal. A lot of cool stuff on there, lots of fun stuff, and really just some cool stuff to people who are at Winterfest, really. So
That's awesome.
and Aaron even made this the cat's paw faded too. So it's pretty cool.
Nice.
That's really cool.
But
All right, on
All
to
right.
the real stuff.
on to the real stuff. Let's see. What are you guys all scratching away at?
Yeah, that.
No. Yeah. Okay. I hear scratching. What are you doing, Jason?
I am cutting vintage brick sheet and C lab parts to finish up the X-wing wing pattern to send to Mike to start casting ASAP. So I'm almost done. The bottoms are done. The tops are almost done. Hello. And I'm cutting the brick stuff. I was just counting bricks, which is why I'm like disoriented and woozy. We've made the decision that okay, so some of the X-wings use this little guy, and some use this little guy. The jack part is either off the Stug or the Hummel, and so I'm like, would it be okay just to do 4 of this and 4 of this in each kit, and then everybody can make whatever the hell they want, because they sort of walk around like the Hero Red one uses multiples, and most of the Pyros use the one, but not all of them, because you can't make that shit easy. So I spent the last couple days cutting up Stug and Hummel and Sherman parts to make these little guys. And then in that same vein, I have 7 engine cans. So almost all the Pyros use 4 of the same, and then for whatever sadistic reason, Red 4 Pyro uses 3 separate ones and 1 from the one of the same. So again, I was like, can you just like, is it crazy just to give everybody all 7 so you don't have to keep track? Like somebody's like, I want red 1. No, red, just like one set to build everything, and you've got a couple extras to fuck around with or whatever. And I just finished off the engine pattern. So
It's like the
I'm
Swiss
close.
Army knife. Swiss
Yeah,
Army knife of X-wings.
I'm close. I'm close to being able to send everything.
Awesome. So everybody will be able to make whatever X-wing they want.
Yeah, and because we're making the pattern more like a hero in that it's top and bottom shells, and there's this. I'll grab it. Hang on. There's a So here's your tops and bottoms, and the bottom's been scribed. I just need to finish chipping it. The top has been penciled where all the scribes need to go because Mike has a steadier hand than I, so he scribes because I can't do it as well as he can. And so the back fits. I realized I had to shave the bottom of the pattern of this down to fit because this has a thicker wall than the Hero did. But anyway, so it's all going along swimmingly, and then there will be 2 of this block that goes in here, and if you want to use an armature, you just don't use this part. So we've made it as like adaptable for, you know, your obsession as possible. Because I know that's what yeah.
What's that, Marvin?
So it's very modular. Nice.
Yes.
Because I just figured somebody's going to have an armature, somebody's going to want to use an armature. Like, let's just make it easy on them. And it's so much nicer. Jesus, it's so much nicer than having... I built one where they were split on the sides like the Pyro, and that was a nightmare to get the cockpit really clean. So having the canopy on here, it's lovely.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh,
So wait.
and while you got me on, I'll finish up with, for the very first time, the nose will be done the way the noses were originally done. So you'll have your top and your bottom. There's a little lip right here, and there's a inset right here. And this is how the noses were molded and cast. It was just this one piece, and then it just sockets in there. And then they would cut, probably on a bandsaw, the front off, and that's why on the Heroes, you know, the nose is shorter, longer. That line moves around, and you know they walk. So again, you can go cuckoo bananas if you want.
Awesome. So looks like I was just gonna get one, but I think I got to get 2 now. So
I'm getting a half a baker's dozen or something. Yeah, I want to build them all. Yeah. Well, Mike was like, do you think anybody's gonna want one? I mean, everybody's got an X-wing, and I was like, I think you and I have been in this like scene too long, and we don't realize how many like new players have entered the game. Like let's do this thing right. Like personal pride wise, I'm like, I would like to revisit it and correct all of the sins of the garage kits, like because we can.
I have one of Frank's, Jason. They what were they called? Not the one he did recently, but the one several years back.
The Pyro. Yeah.
Yeah, and I always thought, okay, I'm happy with that. But now seeing this and the excitement is making me want another X-wing, but this version.
That do I have? Hold on, I think I've got one of those handy. Oh, I do. Yeah, I was just looking at. Hang on, do I? Hey, I don't. It's kicking around somewhere. It will be shockingly shorter, like by about like that much.
Oh, really?
Lengthwise, yeah. It surprised even me how much generational shrinkage there was like out there.
Like a half an inch shortage?
Maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean it's the width, right? It's the girth, not the length, right? Fellas?
Sounds like me when I get in the pool.
Right, exactly. But it's nice. It's nice to like know that we're doing it. There's no lineage connection except that I'm like, you know, using actual parts, castings of parts to make sure that like the number of bricks match, which is
and the measurements too. You're using measurements that you have come across also, right? So
yeah. So it will be far cleaner than a production piece, only because you know we're collectors and builders and.
So you've printed that, and is Mike gonna scribe on that printed one and then cast it, or is he gonna cast one plain and then scribe on the resin?
This
and then cast again.
Great question. The bottom is a print, and he was able to scribe.
Right.
The top was initially a printed canopy and a no shrink resin casting from the Hero mold that we'd made, and it was a nightmare because he tried scribing it, and that transition from like epoxy sculpt to printed resin to resin was noticeable. So we just bit the bullet, and he molded that and cast it. And there was, like he uses a really expensive no shrink resin. So this is all resin. So it'll be very cleanly scribed. So
Cool.
if there's any shrinkage, it's like we're talking a couple millimeters. And again, that's less than what ILM probably had with their technology resin wise. So we're still ahead of the game, I think. I don't know.
What were we gonna say, Aaron?
I was just going to say, after all this, all I hear is that the next exclusive will be an X-wing armature.
Wow. you can get the armatures from Mike Reeder. He's making those all the time. So those are easy to get. No, the next exclusive will probably be like the Y-wing, because that's the next thing on my mental to-do list. Because I restored what I thought was just a casting, but turned out to be half the original wooden pattern. So I was like, do you mind if I scan this? And he's like, I don't care. So I've got all that data. So the plan is to print a naked shell that's a sort of analog to the original wooden buck. And then I've got all the donor parts, going to plant all that shit on. Plant some of it on. Mike and I have been talking about this for like 2 years, and it's like, and I'm getting way ahead of the game with all this, but it's like, what do you leave off and cast separately so that it doesn't tear in the mold like everybody experiences? So, who's ever tried to make a Y-wing. So it'll be thoughtfully done so that you can make any of the Ys. We've done so much research on that thing over the years, and it turns out there are pyros and heroes, and there are differences in how they were constructed, which is, again, a nightmare. It's like, it can't just be...
And then do you... There's different versions of the Y-wings, isn't there, as well? So is it going to be like a standard body, and then it's down to you to determine which one you choose?
Yeah, and there were 2 standard bodies because, again, why make it shit easy? But the differences in that we can address just by leaving parts off. So there will be a standard body, and it will break down just like the ILM one, where the body's 2 parts, the neck is 2 parts, the head is, the clamshell. So it'll echo the original, just because that really does make a lot of sense. And I'll get Mike Reeder to make an armature for that too. I will say, if you don't already have 2 Saturn V kits, it's stupid to mold and cast the engines, because so just it's gonna be like a builder's kit where it's like all the shit that was handmade we'll give you, and the plantons for styrene airfix Saturn V engines.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's way down the line, though, right?
Oh yeah. That's probably a couple of years off, knowing how meticulous and excruciating this is.
Well, now everybody's going to be asking, when's that Y-wing coming? When's that Y-wing?
Yeah,
that was a big mistake mentioning that.
I'm a big dummy for saying anything like that.
It's ready by Wonderfest.
Yeah.
Next Wonderfest. Yeah.
Right now the 3D guys are like, not on my watch, and they're pumping out there.
They're going to get their Y-wings out quick as soon as possible because.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. You were saying that Mike asked you, is anybody going to want an X-wing? You can't find X-wing casts. I mean, you have to either print them or find one that shows up in the wild every now and then. But for the most part, you can't get them.
Yeah, and when a garage kit percolates to the surface, which we all know is wrong, like the old V3s and V4s, they're great still, but we know we can do better because we've done better. But if that's the only thing that's available and it sells for like an ungodly amount of money, I'm like, oh man, we gotta give everybody a solid. Like, this is like unacceptable. Like, some of those things were selling for like $1,500, and I'm like, good Lord, it's not. Yeah. Like, stop, don't.
Yeah. 5-6 years ago, you could just get one. You could just get a V3, as you said, or a V4. Now it's not a V4, but V3. And then it was like, now you're quite right. People want X-wings again.
And neither of us are garage kit sellers. Like, we don't. That's not a scene I want to do at all. And he's gotten out of it over the years. But like doing a builder run for a group, I mean, like, that seems to be okay in the spirit of things. It's like we all.
What was the last count? It was like 80 people, I think, already.
I don't know. Yeah, it's insane. And I know there will be some drop-offs, but I feel like it has been, like, I just was wondering with that poll, like, is it really actually worth it? And I feel like that the poll demonstrated that there is
80 people, or was it 80 X-wings?
Well, it was
80
like
X-wings.
yeah, it was 80 X-wings, and like I think like 5 people wanted 2 or something like that, and like two or 3 people wanted 3. You know, like who knows? I might get like 3 or 4. You know, who knows? So,
Yeah, and it's not going to be available forever. It's like he said, you know, like if demand exceeds however many the mold will make, he's like, I'll, you know, run another mold, but you know, it's this is a one and done kind of thing.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which makes it exclusive.
there you go.
Oh, by the way, there might be some other exclusives coming along that Aaron and I have been talking about. Not too. I mean, do we want to talk about it at all, or wait?
I would wait.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. We got to ask some questions. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Marvin, what are you working on there, brother?
Jason said mine was ready for paint for a couple of years, but with recent new information that was shared, I'm updating mine
Show it again.
finishing.
Marvin, you literally said the other day you're not ripping yours apart.
It's a part, yeah. I said
I removed him. Sorry.
I think I said
I would
I'm
just
not
like to
doing it.
apologize for everyone having to do that now.
If there ever was a time, now is it?
Yeah,
You shouldn't be
did- you told-
apologizing. You added to it. You know, people now can make it even better.
And it wasn't just the AGSD, Jason. You've made me consider ripping stuff off another model with that same kit.
Oh yeah, are you gonna pop the parts off?
I've tried, and it's just going to make a mess. So
Do you need those parts?
I don't. No, I'm going to
Okay.
leave one.
Okay, all right.
Thank you. Yeah,
Do you have one of those, John?
I do not. No.
What it was?
Well, I mean, can we? I mean, last time we kept it quiet, but I think we can tell people what it is, right?
Yeah, the guy that gave me the ID, I was like, "Hey, do you mind if it gets out in the public?" And he's like, "Well, you know, the price is going to go up, but if you got yours, then..." And he goes, "Long story." He goes, "No, I don't give a shit. That's fine. Whatever." So yeah, go ahead.
The reason why we didn't last time is because I didn't want the price to jump up, you know. So because I was watching a couple eBay auctions, and even just showing the pictures, it showed like there were no watchers on these eBay listings. And then as soon as we did the show, there was a whole lot more people watching and favoriting and going after them, even though we didn't say what it was.
Yeah,
but
it's a known donor kit from the pool. We just didn't know it was as in the mix as it actually is.
What else was it on that you were?
The 8-foot Star Destroyer and it's a Galactica donor.
Okay.
So the Galactica guys know.
Go ahead and tell us what it is.
It is a monogram 1/8 scale Jaguar XKE, and it's at last note it was like $150 to $200 kit. So, and it's enormous.
Yeah.
It showed up and I was like, oh Christ, because I had offered to hook Felix up, and then I was like, oh, he can't fly with this thing. This is the size of a checked bag or like a carry-on bag. It literally is the size of like a carry-on bag. And then I was like, wait, most of them are coming. It's been repopped by Revell Germany. He could get it where he lives, probably far cheaper than any of us.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So I just So I'm giving him something else.
So I'm buying that one.
Yes.
Yes. And I can drive home with it. So you're gonna bring it.
Yeah. It's already on my table of shit to give people at Wonderfest.
You'll have it strapped to the top of your car.
Yes.
Yeah. I have to. Oh wait, Jonathan's there, right? I'm sorry. How long you been sitting there, Jonathan?
Hey, just like a minute or two.
Oh, okay. Because like I have to like scroll down when new people join on when there's a lot. Like I don't see who jumps on.
Hey, Jonathan.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, Jonathan.
Doing good.
Great.
I came in earlier to hear Jason talking about shrinkage. So
Wait, what? You missed it. Before we went live, my X-Acto knife rolled off the table and finally pierced my leg. So I have a hole in my shop pants, which is not unheard of because there's also like super glue on them. But I had to super glue the wound shut, and I'm a little nervous to walk around after we're all done because I'm like, is this gonna? Should this have gotten stitches?
I've had a lot of close calls where they rolled off and almost went right into my foot. One of these times, it's gonna happen.
Same.
Jason, did you just say that you've got specific trousers that you wear to go into your workshop?
Oh yeah, like I have. They're just black.
They're just called clothes.
But I ruined them so quickly. I've just gotten into the habit of wearing like my hiking pants or shorts are just like I think it's Champion brand, like sportswear. Yeah. You know, it's just like whatever that Terry shit is. Sweatshirt material. And they're always covered in dust or glue globs or holes from X-Acto blades apparently.
Super glue is the worst for clothes. It just creates a crusty.
And like recently I was wearing I'm actually kind of wearing a shirt I like a lot, Jones from Alien, and Jonesy technically. And last time I was wearing a really nice shirt, my super glue did that thing where it's always so top heavy, and it went boop like that and shot like a blob onto the front of my shirt, and it's gonna harden, it's gonna go through the wash, and within 2 washes there's a hole there because it's just such a hard dot, and I was just like so sad. It's like, god damn it. But oh well. What are you gonna do?
I have a whole set of clothes I wear for work because my work is so messy. I wear stuff that I get stuff all over. Yeah. So on my way to work, I just look like a homeless guy.
Well, yeah, I'll go out today, and my brother's coming over, and we're gonna go get subs from the local deli, which we can walk to, and I'm just going out into the wild. But luckily, I live in Baltimore, so I'll be one of the best dressed people on the street. I'm sure. No worries about that. Like,
did I miss the announcement of the kit?
No, it hasn't happened yet. Oh yeah, you went off.
Okay, yeah, because I was going to say Graham picked it up at that same charity shop, I think, that I got that Panther G from.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
It's like it's Aladdin's cave of vintage kits that just keep appearing on eBay. And it's from the same seller that's got this huge, like Indiana Jones kind of like warehouse full of these original vintage kits, and they're cheap.
Yeah, none of the hobby shops around me have vintage kits. They're all brand new Tamiya crap. And there's one up in New Jersey that I go to sometimes, but it's so hard to find anything. You always have to ask him, and he has to look it up on his website and see if it's in his warehouse or something. So
no, I like that shop where it's like Harry Potter when he's finding the wands and he's blowing the dust off the boxes, and you pull out this old Airfix kit that's just right and just what you need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those shops have gone. They're not local hobby shops. That's not a thing anymore, right?
No,
everything's online.
There's no hobby shops around me anymore. That's very sad.
No.
Yeah, I've got one good one in Burbank. So.
Oh, Burbank House of Hobbies.
Yeah,
I love that place.
Yeah,
not too far from me. I loved Kidcraft because they had every Plastruck thing known to man. Oh,
yeah, it was really convenient to go to Kitcraft and get whatever you need from Plastruck or whatever.
Yeah, and the guy.
So are you too close to each other?
No,
I just go to LA. I just go to LA a lot.
Parminder, are you building a X-wing?
No.
Oh, yes. Come on,
John,
Parminder.
can you build me an X-wing?
I've just had Tony Ducker with me all morning. It's been great.
I was going to ask you about that.
Cool.
Yeah, and he said that I think even he is trying to get you to do it, Parminder, that Star Destroyer. He's been.
Oh, is he? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you need to get on with it.
I will get that done.
How was your visit with Parminder this morning, John?
Tony.
Parminder was great.
Oh yeah, had a great time.
Sorry. How was your morning with Tony? Oh, where'd he go?
He's gone.
He was bored with you.
Ask him a straight question. He walks away. What the
He's talking to Tony to see what they get their story straight.
Oh, I was talking to Aaron. Was it you, Aaron? I was talking about with Tony and Harminder how they're like peanut butter and jelly. Like,
yeah,
you always mention Tony and Parminder at the same time. They're like Abbott and Costello, Laurel and Hardy. It's like a duel, Batman and Robin. Like it's a duel that is like inseparable, you know, especially on the groups, you know.
Yeah, I know. We do spend a lot of time on streams and stuff together as well. So
you're usually on screens together. It's just weird. Like Tony's never been on this one.
No, he's not. No. I'm sure.
Well, me and Tony were just walking back from the pub in the sunshine, and I got the phone out thinking, "Shit, I'm late. This is like half an hour past 1 o'clock." You know, Chris gets very cross with me if I'm not on time, and I said, "Come on, yeah, Tony, we'll go online," and there was nothing there. So again, a total mess up of the time.
What time is it there?
It's
I don't know. I can't see my. Yeah,
23. So
it's Saturday at 8 a.m. in England right now.
So it's 5 out. You're 5 hours ahead of me, right? Before it was 4 hours because of the daylight savings time.
Mm-hmm.
But did you have?
We're now back to normal.
Well, John keeps telling me that you guys didn't have daylight savings time over there.
We did.
In between. Okay, then John missed it, right?
John hasn't changed his clocks yet.
I get up an hour late still.
Much easier not to change your clocks and just wait 6 months and everything resets.
I know. It's stupid. But like we kept trying to figure it out yesterday. John, you were good at 1 o'clock.
You were saying, have you not changed your hour? And I was like, no. And you were like, how does that work? How is time and space working like that? That we're all
it's holding like Event Horizon.
I just typed in what time is 9 a.m. EST in UK, and it said 2 p.m.
Oh, there's that new thing, isn't there? Called Google.
Maybe we should do that sometime, John. Marvin too. He texted me this morning. He's like, "Is it 1,500 hours or 1,400 hours or something like that?"
Well, and I think the YouTube thing.
Google it, Chris. But I was just worried about next time or last time when you fucked up with the time.
I did.
So it was more of a double check.
I've been messing up streams on a regular basis lately. You know,
I checked this morning and YouTube said live in 26 hours, and it had tomorrow's date, and I was like, uh-oh.
What?
Oh no.
Did I get that wrong too? Come on. And there's gonna be all kinds of messages tomorrow saying that they didn't get the notification.
No, that was the last one, right?
Oh, okay, good. All right, I messed up this one.
Had a day forward.
Yeah. Listen,
so I'm looking forward to that Nerf Herders meet up on the Friday night. People are going to be dropping in at all hours.
Got the wrong week. It's next week.
Yeah, we're going to be in bed, and they're going to be knocking on the door, going, "Yeah, Chris is at midnight."
Yeah, well, you know, I listen. I can't even get my passwords right, let alone other time zones. With how many time zones we got here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5 passwords. 5 different time zones.
Yeah.
Luckily, Jason and Aaron are in my time zone, so I don't really got to figure that out. But I got to figure all you other guys out. So, and the thing is, John's ahead, and then Jonathan is behind, and Marvin's even farther ahead. And then that last week, or was it a month ago, he's like what 10 hours ahead or something like that in South Africa, or I don't remember.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's like yesterday.
Yeah.
There's another thing I'm going to have to relegate to Aaron to take care of. So
well, I'm used to it. Our developers are remote, so I have one in Poland. I have one in New Caledonia.
Aaron's doing a lot of heavy lifting, it appears, for Chris.
Yeah.
You have no idea. Like I just sit on here and look pretty and make stupid jokes, and then I bring in the experts. First of all, Marvin, John, all you guys. And then
I can't be put in that bracket. Come on.
Well,
yeah, you showed up for the call in your underwear, so yeah.
We got Jason, Marvin, and Jonathan as experts. John and I are painting hacks, and Aaron is the guy who makes this look all pretty. So that's how it works.
Chris, we're assemblers, aren't we? That's what we call ourselves.
What's that?
We're assemblers.
Yeah, we
put together other people's hard work.
We're camelback riders, really. We just ride in on horseback when everybody else did all the hard work already.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Yeah.
And we were talking about it the other day, like we sometimes feel like we don't deserve the credit, right? Because like really we wouldn't be able to do an X-wing without Jason and Mike, and we would never have had a Sandcrawler without Marvin. And Jonathan's got things coming in the future that we would never have without his work. So,
absolutely,
like,
yeah.
We're just cowboys on top of the horses, So,
and Marvin never finishes anything he starts, and he watches everyone else finish his work.
Right, Marvin?
Yeah.
It gets mad at us for it too.
Only when you keep on pushing, like your wife says.
Yes. Yes. I don't think I'm pushy, but she says I am, and I keep asking Aaron, and he tells me no. And like I know when to push and when not to push. Like what we were talking about the shells for the transport. I'm like, nope, not even talking to Jason about it till after Wonderfest. He is dead set focused on Wonderfest. After that, we'll talk about the transport shelves, So
what did I say, Chris, about Jason's updates on Patreon the other day?
Yeah, we don't even want to look at them because
they stress me out so much. I'm like, oh my god, more shit I've got to remember and look back and try and figure out. And then,
exactly,
yeah.
Wait, they stress you out?
Yeah, because I panic thinking I'm never going to remember this stuff. Like,
well, it's all there.
It's all being
I know.
track of. Don't worry. Like I gotta say, it is so stupid sexy to look over and see that thing sitting in the corner.
The reason it stresses me out is because I want to get started on it. That's what stresses me out.
Ooh, baby. Yeah, it's
oh man,
it's
lovely.
funny because I've been, like thinking about this model, like how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? How's it going to work? Blah blah blah, for so long, and then you get into it, and you'll see this too if you haven't already. It's the same fucking 8 kits that are on everything. It's like I mean, yeah, there are a couple weird little outliers, but like when I look at a part, I'm like, oh my god, what is that? And I'm like, oh, Flak 88. Okay, like surprise, like it's not as mysterious as I was bracing for once I've really gotten to know the couple of reference photos I'm staring at the moment. Like, oh, okay. And, they're like Joe, holy shit, he has been like killing it with helping me out on, a couple parts. We just figured out there's the hero side trench, which is the last nightmare of Unknown, which I apparently will be getting to in the next couple of weeks because I have no choice, right? And the other side, the non-filming side trench, and by trench I just mean like that thing on the side in between the armor plates.
What model are you talking about? What model are you talking about?
The transport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess that information would also be helpful.
Yes.
And so I'm like, sort of like, oh God, we got to figure these two things out. And within a day, like the light bulb moment happens, and Joe is like, it's these 2 Roco kits alternated, and I'm like, fuck, because there's no pictures. He can see a blurry dot hiding in a dark recess and be like, that's that. And I'm like, oh my God, like,
are we talking Joe Jimenez?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Joe does amazing work. He sent me IDs before. I'm like, how did you figure that out?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's eerily good.
Yeah. And those kits, I didn't have 2 of them. They're little Rocos. They're cheap at the moment, so I'll be hooking everybody up with the info while they're still cheap, who are actively building. They're like $9. Like the Geppards seem to have dried up, probably because of us.
They have.
And I see like one listed recently for $49, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here at $49. Come on, that's a $10 kit.
Yeah.
15 if you're in a hurry. But I think they're showing up today, so I'm just banging away on X-Wing stuff in the meantime. So I'll be getting back to transport shortly.
Jonathan, what are you working on?
What am I working on?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm trying to finish up the X1.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm really close.
And you're bringing that to Wonderfest.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm so excited for that.
I had some
Yeah,
issues with
I'm
the
so
top.
excited to see that.
What were the issues?
Not sticking. I masked off for a gray color and pulled out the masking and pulled all the blue off with it.
Oh no!
Oh, that's always fun.
Was it a
Yeah.
primer issue or a like? I mean, you're not building off a resin kit, right? Your substrate
Well,
is.
it's not a resin kit, but it is resin from because it's a casting from my standard tie to make the cockpit for the Darth Vader tie.
Right. Okay.
So, but I mean, I don't use release when I cast, so
I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna posit that it's not your error, and it's that they keep rechanging the formulations on the primers and screwing us. Like, primers are not what they used to be, even like 5 years ago, in my opinion.
No, that's true.
Even Tamiya.
Well, no, the Tamiya has been good to me, but it's like $14 a can now.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Yeah, it's like spraying money on your model.
Yeah, the cans are like so dainty.
They're like this big.
The one can that has saved my ass more than once is the good old U-Paul Acid 8. It's an etching primer. But again, this is like sometimes $20 a can, depending on how quickly you need it.
What primer do you usually use?
Me?
Yeah.
The Tamiya, but Salsa's really been hammering me about just getting Mr. Surfacer and airbrushing it on. So I'm going to be switching to that at some point. I'm
That's
just
what you use, Marvin, right?
My standard operating procedure for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and super smooth, always super amount of control.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want to do. I wouldn't want to configure it with like that. That'll take you too long.
Right.
But yeah, no, it works perfectly.
Nothing looks nicer than Tamiya Fine though when you get that on. That silky smooth.
Yeah, and it really.
I'm on their site right now. Which they have a lot of different ones. Which one do you use for Mr. Surfacer?
Share your screen.
The finishing servers are 1500.
Share your
I
screen.
do in gray or black.
Does it come in? Comes in the jars?
Yep.
Yeah, and then do you thin it with Mr. Color leveling thinner?
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what Mike does.
All right, let me write this down.
Smooth every time.
I'm sharing my screen, Chris.
Okay. You are sharing it?
Yeah.
I tried that once, Marvin, and mine came out dusty.
I gotta stop sharing mine.
Are you sure your model wasn't dusty before you sprayed it on?
Everything maybe could have been dusty. Yeah, you're right.
You can just go to it on your computer.
Yeah, send me the what is it? Send me the link. I'm doing this a little different this time because of funds problems. There we go. At the stage, there it is. So here. Which one is it? Which one is it?
They said 1500, didn't you?
1500.
Yeah, 1500.
1500 white or pink?
Dealer's choice, baby.
I can't do white because, like, I don't know. A lot of things are white. So
there's 4 pages of products, Chris.
I'm sorry, what?
There's more pages of products, so there might be more options. I don't know.
Oh, there are? Oh, okay.
I really need to get on that. I am famous for Mike telling me something that's absolutely life-changing in my process, and me going, oh, okay, that sounds like a great idea, and then for whatever stupid reason not doing it for a while, and then coming back to him with my hat in hand, like, yeah, that was...
Well, they have a can.
Smart.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the one. And you also have it in black, also in a can, but they also come in little jars.
How much is that? How much? It doesn't give you a price.
So this is
they're quite expensive over here.
These are little jars, but this is the 500 one that I sometimes use just to fill cracks and stuff.
Almost done.
That's still pretty large jar. It's a pretty large jar too. It's bigger than a Tamiya one.
Yeah,
Chris, I just Googled it. I'm seeing here $1,500 is like $9 on a hobby store.
I imagine that goes quite far as well because the yield of it when you're thinning it as well, it probably goes much further than a can.
Well,
So then
I
you-
think that
Yeah.
at least 1 to 1, maybe a little bit more thin sometimes. Right, it takes me it lasts me a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what Mike had said. He's like, "You're a sucker for paying for propellant," and I'm like, "All right."
Yeah, I'm gonna start buying that for sure.
It is quicker out of the can though.
It is.
Yeah.
And I am seeing it, yeah, like you said, in black and a variety of colors.
Why
Anything
not?
to get me to clean my airbrush again and again and again. I'm on board.
Oh wow. So how's the can of it? Is the can good or no?
Yep, sprays beautifully as well. Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm a
Can
can
leaves for
guy.
me slightly more glossy finish.
Okay.
So I look, for instance, on that sample, I do the main part, like the first layer of primer, I do with the can, and then I sand it down, get all the ugly spots gone, and then I top it off with a thin layer to the airbrush.
Yeah. This finisher 1,500, and then you use the self-leveling stuff afterwards, right?
It's-
With
Is this one?
let me put you up
Color
bigger.
leveling, Mr. Color leveling thinner.
Leveling thinner 400.
And this also thins Tamiya really.
Oh, it does.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, I've
All
heard
these-
the Tamiya goes on smoother with that thinners.
Yeah, you were talking about that before the other day, Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can emulate enamel with the Tamiya.
Yeah, that's right.
Great.
That's right. When we were talking, I was just talking to Aaron about like weathering with enamels compared to thinners, acrylics.
Yeah.
And you were saying you can basically weather with Tamiya like an enamel using that leveling thinner.
Yeah, that was another Mike Salzo hot tip. It retards the drying enough that it doesn't dry on the way down like it does sometimes when you're spraying it. So it disperses much more like an enamel.
Oh, nice.
You can get like a tint or a glaze effect, like when you're
Okay.
doing a mist coat.
Nice. Learn something new every day. That's why we do these shows, man.
Pretty cool.
For real. All right. Well,
You want
let's
to see
see.
something? You want to see something crazy that I just realized?
Sure. Hold on. Let me get you up here.
Okay, so I was talking about this part and this part being used.
Yeah, go over a little bit so we can see both parts. Go to your right. Yeah.
They cut them differently. So this one is cut on an angle. This one's cut on an angle and then straight down.
Uh-huh.
So those just one more example of the bonkers level of detail that we here want to give you.
Well, maybe we should get to listener projects finally because we didn't last time. And
I'm just
honestly,
laughing at Marvin's noises coming over there.
yeah, Marvin's standing is coming through pretty good. Are you working on the ATST right now?
Yeah.
He's whittling a campfire.
I'll try to keep it far away from my mic.
Say that again.
I'll try to keep it far away from the mic.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Hey, Jason,
Yeah.
I got to run. I got to get to work.
oh, all right. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, sorry.
Take the day off,
I wish I could.
man. Well, can you tell us what you're doing or no?
No.
Oh,
Bye.
I can tell you, I'm sure I can tell you in like a year.
is it exciting or no?
No.
Oh. Do you have anything coming that you've done that you can talk about?
No.
Then why the hell do I have you on this show, man? What the hell?
I normally can't talk about anything until it's come out.
Yeah. Okay. So what has come out? Fallout. That's come out.
Season 1, yeah.
Yeah. Are you are you working on season 2 that you can't talk about?
I wouldn't be able to say if I was.
Chris,
tried.
take no for an answer.
The
tried.
answer is no, always.
I tried. But you did work on Fallout 1. Can you talk about that at all?
Yeah,
No.
I helped build the T60 armor.
You built the what?
Well, I helped build the T60 armor.
Oh, nice. That's right. Yeah, you did tell me that.
Yeah.
And you worked
listen
on
to how modest Jonathan is. Like we would be screaming on the rooftops even if we just went near any production of that. And he's.
I know.
Yeah.
Did you work on the different versions? I know they had like a hero solid one and then like a foam or for stunts and all that type of stuff. And
yeah, we did a couple varieties of it.
So
cool.
for people who don't, I mean, if you haven't watched Fallout, it's actually a really good show.
Yeah, I really like it.
It's like the main armor, the imposing like big, RoboCop type looking thing.
Yeah, just the big giant armor.
Yeah, it's pretty
we
awesome.
We did 3 versions. We did a stunt wear around, a hero wear around, and then what we call the clamshell that he gets in and out of while it's stationary.
Okay,
cool.
It's pretty awesome. One of these times we're gonna have to have you on again, Jonathan, and we can talk about what you have done because we did a show a long time ago.
Yeah.
And nobody watched it on Rogue One. Well, people did watch it, but I have it. I think I have it in the library. But the older shows, most people don't go back and watch. But
right.
We'll do another one because I'd love to talk. I'd love to get more out of you. Other than no.
I just I'm just waiting for stuff to come out that that I worked on. It's like, well, when's that coming out?
Well, you did work on the Alien movie though, the last one,
Romulus,
right? Yeah, Romulus. You did that one too.
Yeah.
We'll get more deep when we can get you on.
So cool.
And unfortunately for us, a lot of what we do is pre-production. So we're doing pre-production is like 2 years before the movie comes out. So you got to wait a couple of years just to talk about what you did.
Right. But you also worked on Guardians of the Galaxy too, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I worked on all 3 of those.
Oh, all 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you bring anything home that you can give me?
I didn't even bring anything home for myself.
Oh man, I
worked at 3 different shops. One different shop each time I worked on one of those.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
we
definitely
definitely
going to have
deeper
to
into
talk about. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get you on. We'll talk. We'll pry all this stuff out of you.
Yeah.
Well,
do
you can tell us at Wonderfest.
Yeah. Do you like bourbon? Yeah.
What's funny is like he's done all this freaking cool ass shit that all of us dream about, and he's so quiet about it. Doesn't talk about it that much. Barely even like when you're like, "Oh, did you work on this?" Yeah. Like John and I will be like, "We did this, we did this, we did this, we did this." Yeah.
Well, I've gotten so used to not talking about it because you get fired if you talk about it. But also, it's it's a lot of people. Like T60 armor is like 10 or 12 people doing that. So
right, yeah.
Well,
what did you do on it? Did you paint it or did you build it or?
No, I helped build the helmets. I what we call body shopped some of the armor, which is you take the grown part and then get rid of all the grow lines, make it smooth, make it ready to mold.
Okay.
And then once you get it back from the molding process, they get you a cast, and you have to, body shop the cast, make it look good, and ready for paint.
Nice. Yeah. Well, we'll get you on that. We'll get you on for a show, and we'll talk shop.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I got a better idea. Down in Wonderfest, we'll get you really drunk, and then do the show. And then you can tell us all kinds of good things.
Great.
Yeah.
Nerf herders after dark.
After dark. Yeah.
Can we set up a rent? Some way to pay my rent after I get fired?
Well, yeah. Hopefully, we sell a lot of shirts.
A GoFundMe.
GoFundMe for Jonathan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But those shirts, those are really just the extras, just taking care of like the subscription fees and stuff like that, like StreamYard and stuff like that. So, but yeah, we'll raise the prices on them so we can take care of your rent.
All right, sounds good.
All right. We have a wonderful day making cool shit that we only dream about.
Yeah.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
Good job, man.
Take it easy, Jonathan.
Bye.
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 I'll be honest. I love doing these shows where we just talk. These are awesome. But like, and when we start doing the listener projects, we're kind of like looking at the pictures and not talking as much. But the listeners love these.
But these guys have been working their asses off trying to get stuff ready for workbench Wednesday, and then we're just like waffling away.
Yes, about shrinkage and stuff like that. So yeah. All right, let's get to these, and we can show what these incredible guys are building on our group. Because honestly, that's why we do this. Honestly, just see like there's tons of great stuff that's being built on here. So
how many ATSTs are gonna be like Marvin soon, ripped apart?
Well, I don't think. Well, okay, let's put it this way. I don't think Brett is, but I think if he would have shipped it to Wonderfest in that crate, he might have been able to, because that crate looked like it was like shipping. Like he changed his shipping. We'll get to that one. We'll get to it. But there's going to be a lot of there's probably going to be a couple ATSTs there too, I would think, right? Jason?
I think there's going to be loads of people are going to be like, there's going to be Merlin ones there for sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I would imagine. Quincy has been taking care of the spreadsheet on what people are bringing. I would also like to take this opportunity to once again say, hey, if you're bringing something, let Quincy know, because we need to allocate the space so that we don't run out. There's always the contest too, if somebody's like new to the show and they want to strut their stuff and possibly get a gold award or whatever.
John.
Yeah, I've got to pick up my last year's ones.
Tell the story, John.
Someone didn't hang about to pick them up for me.
Yeah, we were okay. So when we were there, I put them in, and God, that was annoying as fucking hell. And then at the end, you're supposed to wait till they judge them, and there's all like you have to wait in line to go in and pick up your stuff like the last day. Nope, not me. I just went right in, grabbed everything, and left. And I'm walking out, and I see all these people in the line, and they're all standing there waiting to get in, and I'm like, oops. I heard somebody talking about it, like that they were bitching about people were going in and getting their stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, if I have to leave, how am I supposed to get my stuff, right? Like, if I have to leave before the time that they're allowing you to go in and get your stuff, how does that work? You know what I mean?
Well, I really do appreciate you entering my models into the competition and waiting all that time. But I was here in England in a rainy day with you just telling me what a loser I was because I wasn't with all these people that you're meeting. And my only consolation was that at least I might get something in the competition. And then I ring you and you're like, yeah, you didn't get anything. No, nothing. And then like a week later, the spreadsheet comes out about all the winners, and I'm gold, silver. Like, I'm like, Chris, what the fuck, mate?
Do they have your reward hanging around? Like, will you be able to pick them up?
I don't know. Chris doesn't seem to think that's a possibility.
I'm sure
Chris
they
is just
probably
further dampening my spirits about it.
They're in the landfill if you want to go digging for them.
Well, they probably reused them and like, oh, this idiot didn't come pick it up.
Well, they probably offered. They probably contacted you, Chris, and you're like, I don't give a shit about that now.
I don't know. But listen, I can't even remember my passwords for Facebook. I'm not going to be able to access if they send it to me or not. So,
Right.
Total idiot.
I will ask somebody today.
Oh,
okay.
Thank you, Justin. That would be
no. I like the story much better that he didn't get it. That's way better. We got to make him suffer. Can't make his head bigger than it already is, right?
That's going to be hard.
Okay, so George, right? George, yeah, or
George.
Yes, he is building what? Is he doing both? This is the
They're all the Return of the Jedi.
They're all Return of the Jedi.
Customizing the Merlin.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
This
That is the one before, wasn't? Was it?
Say what?
The one
The
before,
first
I
one
think,
was
was
Empire.
Empire. Yeah. First one was Empire.
Yeah, that one.
That's Empire.
That's Empire.
That's Empire. The foot there is Empire. I think he did put up a picture that he was doing both. But like even just this not painted with the metal armature, just looks so good.
Yeah, I struggled to paint mine. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
You lose it instant when you hit it with primer, you instantly lose all of that. Then you have to just yeah.
I do need to get one of these and put it with my my ESB one. I love that Merlin is using like machine parts for like this here for the guns.
Well,
and stuff.
go back to his description. He said he was customizing it. I think he did that.
Oh, he did that.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah,
Modified
he
a couple things,
he
brass
made some
tubes. Yeah, he did. Sweet.
Cool.
I was told, question for those with more knowledge, I was told by Merlin that both toes were the same, not specific left or right. Okay.
So I'm curious what the difference is on the Merlin model compared to what he did.
Oh, right there they are. No, those are the metal ones.
They're both the same on the Jedi. I think on the Merlin. Which is probably accurate, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Very good, George. Nice. Doing
We're
a
going to
little
see
extra.
a lot of Jedi ATSs turn up soon with the EFX release, aren't we?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's only
That's
300 of those, so it's actually quite a small.
The Bill George signature one.
Mm.
Yeah.
That
Right.
doesn't look that bad to me. I think that looks quite cool.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Hudson is building. What is it? Do you know what it is, guys? I don't.
No.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
You must have put it in the description.
Was it 10:15? I have to go. It is 10:15.
All right.
I'm dropping out, guys. Bye.
All right.
Thanks,
Later,
Jason.
Bye, Jason.
Bye.
Oh, there's Carter.
He said sub-assembly of an Altares model.
What's an
From the day
Altares model?
after tomorrow. I did a quick look. It's from the Day After Tomorrow movie.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
nice.
Yeah.
I love when people put other stuff up that aren't Star Wars. I mean, we mostly do Star Wars stuff, but honestly, you know, like if you're doing something other than Star Wars, please show us. Like, we like seeing cool stuff.
That's lovely.
I like that.
paint.
I was gonna say I love that shade of blue with that orange.
Yeah.
It has that like faux paneling with the airbrush marks, like almost like Jerry Anderson sort of look.
Yeah, very
nice.
70s.
Yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, wow.
really nice.
Beautiful. You know what I was thinking about the other day? Well, it was last night. Event Horizon. Do you guys ever watch that?
Great
movie?
film. Yeah, I love that film.
Yep.
But they talk about the ship that's in it, like it's almost like a character in the movie. So I don't remember. I watched it years when it first came out, and it freaked me out too much.
Yes.
So I haven't
it's
watched
really
it
good.
since.
It's like a horror, isn't it? Yeah.
It's pretty freaky, like specifically one part. And
I know what you mean.
and they were talking about. I listen to Critical Drinker all the time. I love him. And they were talking about this ship in Event Horizon. I'm thinking I'm gonna check this sucker out because this seems really cool. I may actually look into it and add it to my 100 other projects I've planned. Now everybody's gonna be looking at it. Carter is working on
Hammerhead.
The Hammerhead. Yes.
He's going to town on that, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
It's really nice. Yeah.
We looked at this last show, but I forget
Yeah.
progress he made since then or what's new.
Yeah. Well, the last show, she was showing pictures of somebody else's build, I thought, and
It's
comparing.
Mike's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was basing his off of that, but this is his. And Carter, it looks great. He's in chat right now.
He's going to be at Wonderfest, right? This is going to be there. Do you think?
I think he's planning on bringing it. Let us know, Carter.
Is he the guy that did
the Y-wing?
Yeah,
triangles. Yeah,
triangles.
Yeah, yeah, that was nice.
That was lovely.
Mm-hmm. Your the placement of like your Greeblies is really good. Like this here and in the trench right here in the spot that.
Because that becomes another situation where ILM may have blown up and resized normal kit parts, so you can't really use them unless you're scaling them 3D printed.
Yeah, Carter says he's going to bring it.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Will it be finished? Oh, look at that. Lovely.
Yep.
Great job, man. Speaking of Tamiya kits, so John, go with this. Tell us what you think it's gonna be.
Oh, I don't know if it's. I mean, it's Bandai, right? They'll just probably reissue something in clear plastic or gold or something. It's just this new release. I've stopped getting excited about the new Bandai releases because it's always something at a tiny scale or something like see-through. So it's a shame, but I've always got a soft spot for styrene kits. Generally, like nice Bandai kits. I've built loads. Perfect Grade Falcon being my favorite actual model kit I think I've ever built. So if they announce something like that, like a Perfect Grade Slave 1 or a shuttle or bigger blockade runner or just something, that's going to be great. I mean, they could bring out a big. I mean, no one's done a TIE bomber yet in styrene. You can't go and buy a TIE bomber kit. I don't think even like Revell do one. Like,
well, you're a production line of TIE bombers, so
yeah.
Do you know?
So that, but like a decent sized one of them would be good.
Dana's snow speeder.
Look how nicely that's painted. Look at how beautiful that is.
It's really good.
That is so nice.
She's added the servos and everything, haven't she, as well? To the
doing Luke's head and all sorts.
That's awesome.
It's pretty great.
Did she do? Is she going to do lights in it as well in the cockpit? I don't remember if she posted that.
Don't know. I wouldn't put it out, but
well,
she's painted a probe droid. She's done a Perfect Grade Falcon, and they're all beautiful paintworks. She's talented.
No, I love how
she's been all this time.
Life.
She was she did armor models for ages, ever since I was doing them. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen her work around for a while. She's on various other groups. I think she's posted some of her work. Yeah, it's
man, that is freaking lovely. Excellent.
It's so subtle, lovely.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. I know there's more. It's just I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's for this Legion game, TIE Fighter, I think.
Okay.
Were they in a show, Perminda?
Oh, I don't know. I think they might have been in the animated shows, not the
maybe
and stuff. Yeah.
I don't know why that. Okay. Let's see. Marcus, he's planning? Did he? Oh, this is Revell. Okay, what is this? This is from
Clone Wars, right?
No, it's from
Bad Batch.
The what is it called, John? Marvin? Bad Batch. Yeah.
No, that isn't the Bad Batch ship though.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
It's not the one they fly. It's not the one that the.
No, that one's from Clone Wars.
The Bad Batch group.
This one is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like that's the general troop transport that they unload the clones from, like in a lot of the shows.
Yeah.
I love that.
You can get that as an actual kit like that, like the Revell kit. It probably is the Revell kit, but
yeah, I think he said it was the Revell kit.
The Bad Batch ship has more of a pointy nose to it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
and a little top fin.
I enjoyed that show.
That was a good show. Yes.
I think all these animated shows are pretty good.
They're better than the real shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not all of them. Yeah.
Andor. I am so excited for Andor to come. I
Next
really
week.
am.
Have you seen the
Not
scene
long
with the interceptor in the hangar?
Yes. I'm
That's
so
great
excited for Andor.
fun.
What is that ship? What is it? A TIE Avenger or something? What is it?
Because he's got a
What?
new outfit. Yeah, I think it's something like that.
I mean,
That new
even
outfit's awesome.
I posted it up in our group. Like, if you go and find, it's like a variation of a TIE fighter pilot, but a J TIE pilot put pictures up, and he's like, the snout is actually a Death Trooper merged with a TIE fighter helmet,
Oh, wow.
and it's so good. Like,
It does look good.
Yeah.
Andor and Rogue One have got it so right, and everything else is so completely ass backwards.
Mm-hmm.
132 ties.
And you know how they got it so right? It's just because they used the digital version of the old techniques, right? When they made their models for the movie, the digital models, they just created our kit parts and then assembled them instead of building it in one whole. And or even with the props, it's not just something that they build in 3D and whatever. They took real items, just like the original trilogy did. So it just feels so much more Star Wars just by those two things.
Yeah.
Why they don't do it for everything? I don't know.
I know it's weird. You think with Lucasfilm being the showrunner or overarching umbrella, that you think they dictate that's how everything should be created.
What I heard is that all the assets that they made in 3D, so basically the kit parts that they created for Rogue One in 3D, was done by a certain effects company, and they own that work, like that library. So it couldn't be just given to the effects company, whichever one it was that did the next movie, which is a shame.
Yeah,
to say the least.
It is. JT actually said Bandai announced X-Wing, an R2, and an Episode 2 clone trooper.
What every single person didn't want.
No.
Well, it says X-Wing. It doesn't say what X-Wing. It could be a perfect grade X-Wing.
It's going to be a Poe Dameron X-Wing.
Oh.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure, but that's kind of I'm just guessing. Somebody painted a Partisan X-Wing.
That's nice.
Yeah, you did one
Alex.
in 148, didn't you, John?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, it was nice, that one.
Can't give it away.
Partisan is from Rogue One, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could see this thing crashed in Jeddah City.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's really nice.
You'll see it in Andor as well. I think in season 2. I think they in one of the trailers this was taken off. One of the
that was
a Y-wing in that scheme.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Mm-hmm. Nice, Alex. Thanks for sharing, brother.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. Let's see here. Christina.
That's
well,
nice.
This is actually Steve. It's not Christina. Him and his wife must share a thing, but his name's Steve. He's relatively new to the group. This looks good.
Great
Yeah,
page job. Look how that. Look how look how the red jumps out at you. Lovely.
Yeah.
Nice.
The right shades. Really good job.
Yeah. Not lovely. What scale is that?
124.
Is
I think it's an Alan. It's an Alan Rivard, maybe 124.
Okay.
That's a nice size as well. Lovely.
Cool.
Great paint job, brother.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Let's see. Oh.
Solo cars.
So,
That's cool.
Right.
I like these.
Yeah.
I like solo cars. The solo car.
Again, another movie that had fantastic design. Felt
Yeah.
Oh, I love most. Yeah. Everything is so cool. All the Empress Nest bikes. The Asset Hauler thing.
Yeah.
Really nice. I've thought about doing the blue one for in between all my other 100 projects. But thanks for sharing, Thomas. That's
Looks
awesome.
like he's got
They look great.
another speeder on the. Oh yeah.
Oh, there's more pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
That's cool.
Okay.
That means business, that one.
Sure does. Is this, what is this? This is
Like a Treadwell sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like one of those droids. And
is this the ghost to the Hasbro Ghost?
That looks like the Dengar ship.
Okay.
No, that's the ghost in the background.
Yeah, this is a ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
It's a ghost one.
Yeah.
Hacker.
I've only
Hacker building
got
another
two
one.
of them.
Our good buddy Hacker.
Yeah, one of the 12 ghosts that Hacker is doing, no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a machine.
I'm excited to
You know
meet
what?
Hacker.
There's quite a lot of people that are doing these, and I've
know.
got one, and I could do another one probably in the time that we could go to Wonderfest. We could have a fleet of these flying past.
Well,
They're
Hacker
really
scaled
nice.
his up, didn't he?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. He scaled it up. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so this is larger than okay.
Alex is doing one. If he can choose his right scheme.
Yeah, he had loads of options, didn't he?
We're gonna get to that. I'm excited to meet Hacker in Wonderfest. I'm very excited that him and Felix are coming.
Yeah,
Looks so good.
great paint job.
I just love the little details of the exhaust and then the triangles on the back there.
Yeah.
So cool.
Hacker is a master builder. Like he just
Yep.
I marvel at his in progress pictures every time.
Does he do this for a living?
No.
No, he's a
Okay.
truck driver, I think, or owns a trucking company or something. I don't know. Something like
Really?
that. But he doesn't do it for a living. But he's got he's been doing this for so long. Like 10 years ago, I was just gawping at his work.
Very cool.
And he
casts so nice as well. Yeah.
he casts so he casts so much stuff. I seriously can't be bothered to cast. Like it drives me nuts. I don't like doing it.
Well, he's the one who didn't he post where he has just drawers of the casted parts? that
Yeah.
he-
Yeah. Well, that's kind of where I got my idea from for like having like 3D printed parts. Like I have a case, a bin filled with 3D printed parts, but casting, man, he casts lots of stuff. Because you can see like on the back of here, on the back of this A-wing, like that's Ferrari piece right there.
Mhm.
And he just keeps
And
reusing them.
he does them subtly as well. He doesn't chuck a huge, great kit part that you just go, oh god, you know.
No,
He works them out so well on the side of the Ghost and everything. He's just like
his placement is really really good. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
he makes things.
That's an art in itself. Trying to
He
get
makes
the kit parts
things
to look right.
He makes things look so functional, and I struggle to like. All right, well, what's gonna look semi-functional? You know, like
Sometimes I can't even be bothered to lean further over my desk to go through another kit. I just find something in the kit that's next to me to use, and it's like
close enough, right?
yeah.
Literally close enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the colors too. Like this would look good next to like a Macquarie X-wing, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Carter's or lovely thumbnail. I literally did. Sorry guys, I literally didn't have time to do one, and neither did Aaron. He told me he wasn't doing it because he's tired of doing all my shit for me. But
Rightfully so.
Mike Salzo is building a Batwing.
That's
Yeah,
a
that's
cool
cool.
project. Yeah.
Sweet. I never really ever thought to do something like that.
Is this did he say it's a studio scale?
Probably, knowing
There's
him.
something about it.
Yeah,
being
no,
having
Mark,
some
that's
lineage,
probably
right?
size of a house.
Studio
'Cause I remember when-
casting. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I just remember the prop store had the studio scale and it's gigantic.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
big.
think
I mean,
that's
there's a
very
big one.
scales.
What Parminder?
I They've made various scales of this. I don't think it's as big as the one that was in Prop.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I was going to say, Paminda, you know a bit about this, don't you? Because that was that Jazz Inc. Didn't he do one?
Yeah.
Jazzing did one. Yeah, he did the 1/6 scale. I mean, I think that's probably close to in size to the one that was on Prop Store. This is smaller than that, I think.
Yeah, the one in Prop Store is like the size of a coffee table, right?
It's huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
Stefan is building a ion cannon, and he said, don't have the correct parts. He's winging it as best he can. Well, nobody knows the correct parts there, my brother. They are covered in fuzz, and most of them. There are a few that we know that we can see, but
Joe will ID him.
Joe will see through the fuzz and figure them out. But honestly, just go to town. It looks great. It looks functional. It looks really
good. If you're
good.
using the same kits on the other side, then you probably got them right anyway, but in the wrong order.
Yep. I mean, like they were just like you, John. They couldn't be bothered to go get another kit. They're just going to grab what's on the table.
Yeah, well, that's why I do it. Because it's ILM style, you see.
That's what's helped me a lot with IDing things. Like just thinking it's got to be in this kit. It has to be in this kit. You know.
Yeah.
More of the Nerf Herders X-Wing. Oh my gosh. Like I would fuck all this up so bad. Like all these little chips.
There's so much involved in an X-Wing. When you just think, oh, it's just an X-Wing. But you could just simply just do X-Wings on your whole hobby and you wouldn't run out of options.
Different call signs, and like each one has different, like so many different characteristics that you could only focus on X-Wings.
Yeah.
Aaron, what are you saying to me, Aaron?
This is the Bandai announcement. I don't know if it's the perfect grade. John might.
No, are you still
Are you kidding me? And it's another 1/72 scale. Why they've done that already? I've got a 112 R2 behind me. It's just
because it costs less to reissue things than it does to come up with new stuff.
You can't even announce that. That's not even something.
I was just going to say, like, if it's part of a whole lineup, but you go to something like Celebration and your big announcement that you're going to reissue kits that you've already done, I would stay at home, I think.
Yeah. It's cheaper.
Look what you can buy on eBay.
Yeah.
It's a strange announcement. God. The way they announced it sounded like it was going to be something completely new.
Yeah.
Totally pointless, but that's new. But again, he won't. That's just. I give up.
Not.
I give up.
Okay. Okay. Does anybody know? Like, did they just cut this part off of the C-Lab, or is the rest of the part underneath here?
I think it's cut off, isn't it? I don't think that's. I think there's a wall there. Is that right, Marvin? Do you know? Is it?
Yeah.
Well, Jason's not here, so
there's one guy that would know.
There's one guy that would know. So obviously, if they cut this off, right? So the other half of this is probably used somewhere on another piece, right? I would think.
I was just about to say, Chris, because you just said, if you have this kit, then they have to have used this kit on another section of the same model. And the thing is, that is true for like 85% of the time. And the other 15% did ridiculous things. Like they would cut a piece off, then take the same kit part and cut another piece off from a different part and use that.
Yeah. So you have to use two.
Yeah, 85% of the time you're right, and the 15% that's left, they did some really wacky things.
Yep.
You say like they would have used it somewhere, maybe, also maybe not.
Yeah, maybe.
They should have thought of us.
It's gonna look so good, though.
It does. This is going to be exciting. Everybody's going to be able to build an X-Wing, and it really isn't that expensive. We're talking like, I mean, don't quote me. It's not exact. It's not set in stone, but 500 range, right?
That's what I heard.
But that's really good.
Yeah.
So what's missing then from the kit? I mean, is it everything, or does it not have the cannons, or
no?
Listen to
No,
Paminda getting interested.
It'll need the cannons, because I remember Jason made that post if you'll have to buy them from his Etsy store.
okay.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I
you have
don't.
to cut them yourself.
I don't think he's doing resin cannons. I don't think he's doing that. But everything. I mean, it's not coming with an armature, but you can make it without the armature.
How much
Right.
is the armature from?
Well, I mean,
Mike?
I don't know.
He used to offer two options. He'd offer like the long pole that went right the length of the nose, so you could mount it on the nose. And then he offered a shorter version, which was cheaper, which I always used to buy, that just had the shorter length, but still had the opening and closing wings.
Yeah. All right.
I might want to do
that. George is building marbling layer. He's just doing his own paint job on this?
I think that's like a pre-shade, yeah. Like a marbling shade, yeah.
Oh, he's pre-shading it, or is this like?
I think that's a marbling effect, and then he's going to hit it with the base coat, and that's gonna.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe not.
No, like the people like aircraft modelers use sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe also,
yeah.
No, but what he said is like that the final coat went on well thick enough that the marbling doesn't show up anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe he
Yeah,
shows
he just-
other pictures. Oh, yeah. See, there it is. I thought it just went ahead. Yeah. So all that work and it's covered.
Yep.
So what's the point of it then?
It
Yeah,
won't be
the-
covered. If you
No,
can see it in person, you'll see different effects coming through underneath.
Yeah.
It's like it is exactly what Marvin said. Like aircraft modelers do it all the time with jets. To rather than filth them up over the top layer, it's an underlayer that shows through.
You can see it vaguely, like a little bit through. Yeah. In the picture.
You like keep putting the top layer on thin, and it sort of slowly hides it. But that looks great.
It does.
It's very nice.
Look at how organization his workbench is. Man, I would kill.
Oh yeah.
My freaking workshop is. You can see it behind you. It's like it's a mess.
It just looks like ILM.
My next stage down from how I work, I might as well be in the garden.
Look at Q-tips are nice and lined up. Erasers are nice and lined up. Little slots for every paintbrush.
I'm stepping on Q-tips as we speak.
So am I. Mine are stuck to the floor because I use them to without glue. They're stuck to my they're on top of my laser cutter cover, and then I lean onto it and it sticks to my shirt and fucks up my shirt's done. I got a good glue spot on it. Yeah.
I was making the engine lights for Paminda's A-wing. So I had to they were the halogen bulbs, the glass bulbs. You have to break the back off to put the LED in.
Yeah.
And I was smashing them to bits on my workbench, and the glass was going in the carpet. I didn't hoover that up. That's just in the carpet.
Great. Don't come over there barefoot.
Yeah.
You might get a staph infection, right, John?
Yeah, you might.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm bringing. Yeah, no, that's never enough.
Make sure you take your tetanus shot.
Yeah, I was going to say something about Wonderfest, and then I stopped.
Yeah, no, not a good idea. Phil's building the concept ATST. Well, there's two versions here.
What time?
No, there's one. But we had that, right? That was from you, Marvin, right?
Nope.
No, you had it laser cut.
It's was it Roberto? Is it that guy that designed it?
Yep.
Really nice of him. He kept it open source. He just said, "I've done this. Whoever wants to build it, go ahead." How cool is that?
Yeah. I haven't. It's in my garage. Phil is one of the major contributors to the group, and he's always posting, and I love it. And he started out really good painting the Sandcrawler. It was one of the first things I think I remember seeing him on the group. But since then, his painting has grown.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
Exponentially, yes.
And like, every time his work pops up, I just stop and look at him like, whoa.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. Ken McConnell, he's new.
This I saw this morning. This is a cool thing. He just he creates his own kit-bashed sci-fi projects, doesn't he?
Yeah. Let's see. This is 144 scale. I don't know how to. Vontanian interceptor.
But if you look on the bottom, there's all like mobile wagon and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Let's zoom in. Oh yeah.
Or Gepard, I mean.
Those are flak.
It's Gepard at the bottom, right? Those two parts.
Yeah. These two.
Yeah.
I liked the stepped exhaust or angled exhaust at the end.
That looks great.
Yeah, it has even like a silent radar feel to it. It's like a.
It does.
Yeah.
You better send that to me soon, John. We only got a couple weeks, and who knows how long it's going to take to get to me.
Yeah, I need to get a base for it, and I'm still not sure I want to just turn up with a model kit, but I suppose it doesn't matter.
Send it.
Okay.
Oh, so this is okay. This is it upside down. The bottom of this. Okay, that's really nice.
It has that. I mean, that's like Paper Panzer sort of German armor modeling that didn't. So like, there's this whole area of military modeling that's what if. So like German tanks that never actually made production, and they put wacky camo on them like that.
Wow.
It kind of gives me that vibe.
It reminds me of
like a partisan color scheme.
Yeah, the shape of this kind of reminds me of like what was that stealth bomber, the long black stealth airplane?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but very nice. Thank you for sharing. I like this a lot. I love when people come up with their own ideas and fly with it, you know? Great job, man. Yeah, his name's Ken. He just joined. He was watching our videos.
Yeah, welcome aboard.
Cool. Yeah, welcome, Ken.
We look forward to spending a lot of your money. Let's see what do we got here. Dana.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It's like I want to eat it. So like lush.
It's soft too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like
really nice and subtle. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Really careful.
Yes.
Look at that gray. Look what's going on in that grey panel.
Yeah.
There's like light grey, dark grey. It's just.
It's like
it feels like it's going down to the bare metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's warm.
It's paint taken away.
Which I'm assuming she just stepped up with slightly lighter shades to build it.
She painted it with SP lettering grey. That was the base coat.
Yeah.
And I think Lee Ralph was the one that sort of nailed that. He was the one that said that's what the snow speeders were in, and it makes total sense. It looks great.
I use SP lettering for just about everything. Like,
I think that and Dark Lark are the two colors that I use.
I missed it with I missed mostly everything with SP lettering. Not with SP lettering. Yeah. I missed.
Grime has that almost a green. I know it doesn't, but it just looks like it almost has a green tone to it. Where SP lettering, it has that just dusty grey, worn look.
I think SP lettering has a tint of green, whereas like Grime has more of a yellow tint to me. Maybe it's just my eye. I love this.
So on the original snow speeder, they weren't painted grey. They were stickers laid on.
Oh.
And someone said, and I always knew that, but then someone said they were cut up Pantone strips.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is a really weird thing for ILM to have done. I can't think of another situation that they did that with on a model.
Which parts were?
The grey.
All the grey underneath.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
These parts
are they since lost on the model? Have fallen off? Or are they still on it?
I don't. What snow speeders left? Both of them are still knocking about. The red one and the
grey.
One.
Yeah. I think they're both around.
Yeah.
This is Luke's. The grey is Luke's, right? And the orange is Wedge's.
Right.
Yeah.
So the red one has that crazy panel that's missed, like this, that's missing with all that interior stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. Snowsteer is one of my favorite of the ships. It's Hoth, so that's obvious. Julian De Palma. 3D printing. What is this? Let's see. Let's go through. Oh, is it a B-wing? No.
No, I think it's a Star Trek shuttle, isn't it? Or...
Oh, okay.
I don't
Again,
know what
it
maybe
is.
the information's there, but if we read it.
3D modeling and printing continues on this beastie. Working on the lower tail section today.
Go back to all the parts though, or maybe somebody in the comments asked what it was.
No. Well, if you're watching, Julian, let us know what it is. Maybe it's the Event Horizon.
Is it a Battlestar?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Modern Battlestar.
Modern
I
Battlestar.
don't know.
Mr. Lee Ralph. It's good to see you back, brother.
Yeah, look at that.
He's doing another run of the Bausch maquettes, but these are going to be with fabric.
Rag formed. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are these are so awesome.
So what's different with this run? You said
I know he's going to do fabric on these ones because the other ones were all resin.
Yeah. Did he say he was doing kit parts too, or no?
I'm not sure.
the original maquette that was using cloth, I assume.
Correct.
Right.
Yes. And kit parts.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kit parts in the helmet and on the staff and in the chest
bandolier.
piece.
Yeah. Which I think were replicated also on the resin version.
Yeah.
Using kit parts, so I think it's just
he cast them then and
correct.
made them.
He did. Yeah. So he's doing another one of these, I think.
Very cool.
I love when I see Lee Rouse work. He is a exceptional builder and also surgical, yeah, and so clean and so thought through too. It's not like just like me. I kind of just put it together and then figure it out along the way. Like this is thought ahead, figured out strategy and how he's gonna build it. You can tell he just like thinks things through, you know.
And I think Parminder, you have said this before. I wonder if Regal's gonna do this when they get to it.
Yeah, don't know.
It won't be as nice as that.
No,
I suspect not.
I gotta
be difficult to ship as well, I think.
Yeah,
I have got to let my dog out, so I'm gonna put something up for you guys to look at and talk about. Scott.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was a good choice to leave us with.
Yeah, I'm gonna be right back.
This is one of those that you just don't even think about starting yourself because it's too far beyond any of my skill set for sure. So to be able to, I love every update that he does with this.
It's a lot of vac forming, isn't it? And
yeah, like
the shapes right and all kind of fit together. Must be.
It again makes you like marvel at Bill George's skill, even back.
Was it all Bill
back
George? Then. Was it all Bill on this one, or did Charlie Bailey help out?
Oh, I don't know. Possibly. I mean, yeah. How would it work back then? You sort of just pass it around, I suppose, and move on to the next thing. You know. It's just, I mean, that. See, I've built a couple of. I've built the Frank and Mo one, and then the Nyson one, which I think is just basically the same.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that this Hasegawa stuff like printed on the parts. Some of them, like he used like a tub of like a tank or something. I can't remember what it was, but it's got Hasegawa printed inside. So there's plenty of kit parts, but not structural ones like this. I mean, there's even there's the Saturn V rocket, isn't there, in the middle of that cockpit?
V in the middle and a shuttle booster rocket or the.
Okay, say hello to the new love of my life. This is Sophie.
Sophie.
Yeah, she is the newest member of the household.
I was like, Wookie.
She's grown.
She's grown. Yeah, she needs a haircut. She's going to get a haircut this week.
Leave the hair. The hair's awesome.
Oh yeah, it's gonna stay longer, but like It's not. It needs just a little trim because she's a little too shaggy, and it's gonna start getting all.
She's cute.
Oh my god, she's
like completely scratch built, right?
yes. She's my girl. I'll be right back. Let's see. Get rid of this.
Cute. Now that back form body as well, that would give me nightmares. Didn't he make that out of wood?
Yep.
Back form over that buck.
Yep.
Is he
Just
an
like
American
I
guy?
wanted.
Is he coming to Wonderfest? You know?
Yeah, I think he is. I think Scott's bringing this.
Wow, I can't wait.
Pretty sure Scott's going to be there. Yeah.
I almost don't want to see it in Primer. I want to see it like that with all the kit parts and raw. You can really see what's going on and how it's been made.
Yeah,
incredible.
That would be great.
Scroll through the pics, Chris.
What's that?
Scroll through the pics. I want to see more of this.
Yes. Let me make it bigger. And I'm excited to see this at Wonderfest. He says he's bringing it.
Yeah, that's amazing. Look how clean that cockpit is.
Mm-hmm.
So nice. And that edge of that panel as well on the side, it's just wow. Do you think that panel would have been made out of another version of the cockpit cone to have that sort of bend on it?
Yeah.
That's like so you sort of make two cockpit pulls and use one for the cockpit and then the other for that styrene.
Or take this cut piece, maybe.
Yeah, if it was long enough, yeah.
Just long enough.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Man.
Yeah, that's insane. What are those baffles like? What are they on that? So go back to that picture. That's it. Those engines.
Why do I remember that they're tires, right?
No. Really?
No.
I think Guy Carmen had this pretty much made. I think he's got one.
I think I remember somebody said they were tires.
No, they're tied like every little part, like pie slice is one part, and there's like a million in the kit, and you have to arrange them, and then they probably cast them up 4 times. And I think it was Guy that found them in the end.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a gorgeous model, and Scott's doing a hell of a job on it. Very nice.
Yes.
And like all old school, almost want to say proper scratch building, making your own buck, your own little homemade vacuum former.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're all saying wow to this and absolutely blown away. But as Marvin just said, this is how it was done. This is like this is just normal modeling to them back in the day.
Yeah. This is a Bill George wing.
Yeah, but when you were away, we were just saying, was it purely Bill George that did it on his own, or was Charlie Bailey involved?
Oh, I'm sure. Like a couple people were involved, probably. I mean, how many models are just made by one person on?
Well, yeah, that's true.
Well, you'll have to ask him at Wonderfest.
We will, and have him sign the base too.
Chris, you could bring a B wing along with you, and then ask him if he's familiar with it.
I love that story. It's one of the best. It really is. Jason put up that the C Lab is getting ready to do production in stock in June, right?
Will it have the seam lines and ejector pin marks and numbers?
No, it will not. It's already been said that it will not. But it's a good option for, instead of buying a $400 or $500 kit, right?
It is, but who doesn't have castings of the C Lab? This just seems to be the rarest, most common kit.
Well, honestly, Masterpiece Models used to have them available, but you can't get them anymore from them. And
I think Salzo did a run.
Honestly, there's not a lot of people who are making castings unless you know a guy or knows a guy, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so, are you grabbing it?
I don't know. I'm gonna wait and see how it is.
Well, you've got enough vintage ones, haven't you?
Yeah, I have 3 of those.
Chris is rich.
No, I'm not. I'm actually broke. I'm actually really broke. I'm in between jobs. I haven't gotten a freaking paycheck in 6 weeks, so I'm not buying nothing.
Sell a C-Lab.
Yeah, I'll sell a C-Lab. But I mean, I have 3D STL files for this. I would, like I think I've told all of you on my pieces that I keep for myself, I'm going to use real kit parts. Like I'll use like C-Labs and stuff, but for like commissions and stuff, I'll use castings and I'll use I'll use kit parts too, but like not C-Lab kit parts. You know what I mean? And 3D printed files. I don't know why I struggle to get past not using a kit part on like my Slave 1 or like the Sandcrawler. It's stupid, but it's just in my head for some reason.
I'll use cast parts.
Yeah. I when it comes to building the 5-foot Falcon, eventually I'll have to use cast parts.
Yeah.
So, like,
Don't get me wrong. The Sandcrawler literally is sitting in front of me. I know has got 90% kit parts on it, and the rest is resin, and I love that. But there's got to be a line in the sand drawn somewhere where you just have to just think: do I buy this $200 kit or do I just have a cast part? You know.
Yeah. Well, it makes complete sense to do that, but I don't make sense very much. So, what were you saying, Marvin?
I was just about saying that makes sense when it's at $200 kit, but for instance, on the Slave 1, I think you need 4 of those 312 engines, F1 312 engines, 4 or something. That's 900 euros just for those engine parts. Mm-hmm. On the Sandcrawler, I think if you want to be correct, you need something like 3 C-Labs, 4 C-Labs to get it right.
Yeah,
that becomes hard. On the escape pod, I think you need 3 or 4 C-Labs to get the correct part.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I never said I was smart.
Now, then I gravitate to. But the thing is, like these C-Labs. I mean, they aren't even available here in Europe, right? I mean, I got one years ago, but they're all in the US.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't very common originally, were they? When ILM used them.
No, I've bought 2 of them recently. Somebody, Graham over in he's in Europe, right? He can get them, so he asked me to pick them up on eBay and send them to him. So, you know, yeah, I didn't know it was in that you guys couldn't get that. You guys don't have that at all, right? Oh wow!
I might make a C-Lab out of Sandcrawler parts. Back to front.
Yeah, I never said I was very smart, but that for some reason I struggle. I can't. I don't know why. I just
look what John's just put.
Yep.
The B-wing fighter was designed by Joe Johnson and Bill George. Bill George had so much input into the Starship's development that his colleagues nicknamed it the Bill wing fighter. I never knew that.
Yeah,
awesome.
that's that's common. I thought that was common knowledge that's why it's called a B-wing, because it doesn't look like a B, does it?
No.
No.
I think I've only seen photos of him working on it. Like other models, you see like one builder mostly working on it, but then you always see 1 or 2 other pictures with the other ILM guys on it. I've only ever seen Bill with the model.
There's a few, I think the other logic was whether it was B for blade wing, because it does look like the blade.
Yeah, I remember they brought out like I would knock off like garage kits of it, like in different scales. It was always called the blade wing fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we will just have to ask him at what.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I also heard the story that they just had 2 new Rebel Starship designs, Starship A and B, and that just became the A-wing and B-wing, and it got the nickname Bill Wing because it happened to be the B version of the 2.
Right.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Well, the A-wing looks like an A though, so it's kind of like
That's it.
Yeah,
if you
capital A.
it looks like a bit. It looks like an A. It's like the triangular shape of an A.
Capital A, right?
Most starships are triangular shaped.
Yeah,
True.
Marvin. Just because you speak a
That's
different
true.
language doesn't mean you can't see the alphabet.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. We English know what we're talking about. What?
I got to jump off for a work call. So
yeah, we're gonna wrap up soon. I want to get to a couple more things. So yeah, thanks, Aaron.
later, guys.
That's Aaron.
See you, Aaron. I'm having that bed.
Say what? What'd you say?
I'm having that bed.
I didn't tell him yet about that. Yeah, I didn't tell Aaron about that yet.
Oh, okay.
You guys share the bed with John.
as long as you're in the Nerf herder underwear, that's fine.
Yeah, that's a deal.
Yeah. All right, man.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna. We've been going 2 hours. I want to make sure I get through some of these specific ones. Our good friend and only Star Trek person on the group is Joseph, and he is building a Borg cube.
Oh,
Wow.
sick! Look at that.
Yes.
That's cool.
Oh, you did video.
Oh.
Wait, let's see. Is it playing? Play. Oh, it lights up different colors. Oh, did the Borg actually light up red too? I didn't know that.
Probably.
I won't
It
see
must
them
have
like
been if he's
green.
doing it.
It's crazy how menacing a cube is, right?
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah. Wasn't John Goodson involved in the building of that?
I think he was.
Yeah. I think not the real one, but for First Contact.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Wow.
that's brilliant.
Looks great,
Lovely.
Joseph. He's coming to. I think he's coming to Wonderfest. He was at Wonderfest last year. That's how I met him. And we kind of kept in touch since then. But yeah, lovely stuff, man. Can you imagine IDing all this? Like,
Well, a lot. I don't know this at all, but apparently a lot of people are saying there were sprues.
yeah, that's what it looks like.
It does look like that. I was just going to say, it does look like that.
But then someone, I think, said no. It was crafted like that.
Gosh.
Yeah, but there's two versions. I think this picture is the Borg cube that was used in the Next Generation show, or it is some composite. The one that they used for First Contact was much bigger, and they had all this photo stuff on it. It was just super intricate.
Right.
Listen, this is a Star Wars show.
You just said it wasn't.
All right, Alex.
Right. Okay. Come on. Let's just. Marvin, we need your spinning wheel. We need your spinning wheel, and then we'll just click on the one that Alex has got to use.
Now this is here you can see who's the professional and who isn't, right? You build the thing, you put it in primer, you take a pic, you do a quick Photoshop to check out what the color scheme is going to be, and so this is like you can see this is production mindset.
I like that one.
Yeah, you're right, Marvin. This is how a professional does it to make sure that it looks right before the finish.
It's not paint and say, "Oh, I don't like that," and repaint it 2 times or 3 times like me. You know,
I thought the way you painted it is the one that's closest to you, the paint jar that you can open that isn't stuck together. Is the one you used.
The one you already spilled on your desk. That one, yeah.
Yes.
That's the one I vote for.
What's already in your airbrush?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't be bothered to clean it.
Yeah.
He sent. I think he sent me one of them, and I was like, "Yeah, I love it." Like I thought he'd actually painted it like that.
Yeah.
And he'd actually just done it on Photoshop.
Yeah, this is the best one.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that is very cool.
Yeah. If you don't use this one, I'm gonna steal it when I get this. Do this eventually. Let's see, Jay Vassar. That's a Falcon, right? Yeah. No.
Yeah, but that's an NPC Falcon.
NPC Falcon.
Hmm.
He's decking it out.
Oh wow.
You know why I build big models is because I can't do little tiny details like this. Just no, thank you. It would be on the floor, lost, or stuck to my fingers, and I can't do it. That's why I do big models.
Yeah, look how nice.
And more of the chipping compared to the original. See, make sure I get to some of them. Ian is building a Slave One. dog. That's it. Is that it? What is that?
I think you said it's the fine molds.
Fine molds, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see. Is there anybody? Hackers also building a B-wing, right?
It's like
3D
a concept, or is it like a concept B-wing, or
3D printing it? Like I said, this is all cast, right? So he just takes. He must have bookshelves filled with cast parts.
I don't think it's all cast. There's some styrene in there too.
Is there? Yeah, like this here. No, that's Leopold, right?
Yep.
Down there and there.
Yep.
And that don't look like cast. That's not maybe.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Look at how big that blade is. Holy smokes. Well, let's zoom it back a little bit so I can see this. Look at that light. Oh, it's gorgeous. Now that's styrene, right? You wouldn't want to 3D. Well, I guess it is 3D printed, right? No.
That one looks 3D printed. Yeah.
Oh, those would break on me for sure. I would snap those off in a heartbeat. Okay, so I guess that's a good. Oh, John, let's talk about your little.
Did a little video, didn't he?
Yeah. John, your videos are the only videos I watch on YouTube anymore. Like I can't. I don't know. That and Critical Drinker. That's gorgeous, brother. Did I lose you? John?
Lagging?
He's lagging. Or he's muted. Are you muted?
We can't hear you, John.
Can't hear
Mm-mm.
you. Nope. Did I mute you? Nope. You're done. All right, we're gonna finish up because it's been 2 hours, but I just want to go through and make sure I didn't miss something. Let's see here. Oh, let's just get Dana's pilot head.
That's nice.
Yeah.
This is besides the model. This is something that's nice about the group, Chris. Like I had never heard of Dana. Apparently, John, who's got to go, that she was like armor modeler for years. But I mean, we don't know her from the Star Wars modeling scene, and she just comes in, and she's producing like really great stuff here. So
yes, she is.
I'm glad that she got in the group. Really nice.
So am I. It's what makes this group great is all these people coming in who you don't know and you've never seen any of their work before, and you're like, damn, this is sweet. So yeah, it's one of the best parts about this group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye, John. Bye, John. He's probably already in the bathroom. He lagged so far. Oh yeah, here we go. This is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
That's what made me wonder: is that underneath, or is it just a cut piece? So then, what the hell? Why would they just cut this slice off here and leave the rest for why?
They did many crazy things.
Like, why? It just doesn't make any sense.
No.
I honestly feel like what happened was they needed this part. It only needed this much, and they sliced it off, right? And it was in a pile, and they just stuck it in there. That's how I feel.
Yep. And then they got another part from the same pile, and they thought it probably was the same, maybe. And it turns out that it's
different,
like Jason. Yeah.
Yep.
But it's enough the same, and it's inside a wing well.
Because they didn't want this specific little like 1/4-inch piece here in there on the inside of a X-wing wing that you're not even going to see anyways.
I don't think they called either Johnson or Macquarie to design that it has this part on the inside of the wing well. No.
Nope.
It's just
Nope.
they grabbed something from a box.
Right. Little shavings that they had left over and just pop it on.
Yeah.
And are these the other half of the ones that are on the top? Like the cut off part of the top ones?
I don't know.
I'll have to look. No, I don't think they are there. All right, well, that's a good place to stop. We go in 2 hours. I really should get some stuff done. Oh shit, it's 11 o'clock. Great show, guys. Loved it. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for joining us, Parminder. I know you don't really
learn a lot.
You learn a lot, and one of these days we'll get you to build something.
Yeah. It'll happen.
Oh shit, I'm getting messages. All right, it's been fun.
Yep.
Take care.
I'm gonna put up the link to the shirts and stuff right after I get off. So.
Yep.
All right. Have a good day, gentlemen.
Later. Bye-bye.